What is up, Head Source fam? Guy here. First thing off the bat, you're gonna notice we're in a totally different space today. My studio has actually flooded. There's been torrential rain here in Australia on the eastern seaboard for the last couple of weeks, and I've been kicked out of there. There's water everywhere. It's totally gross. So I've relocated to the house. I'm not gonna miss an episode. I'm gonna make sure that we keep delivering for you guys. So this is the new digs for a couple of weeks until we get that situation sorted out. Today we are back with another installment of upcoming Solana NFT drops. This is the upcoming drops video for March. Very excited today. We have 3 drops that I'm super excited to talk to you about. None of these projects that I speak about or any projects that I've spoken about in the past have paid to be featured here. I do my own research and find these projects, and I just try and highlight to you the things that I find most interesting. Recently, part of this research includes actually reaching out to these teams, reaching out to the founders, trying to get on video and voice calls with them and understand more about these projects. I'm trying to use the popularity of this channel to get access to these teams because you guys might not be able to do this, and share with you all the insights that I find, and also share with you whitelist opportunities. So very excited to say 2 of the projects we are featuring today has given the Head Source family whitelist opportunities. So we have 25 whitelist opportunities for 2 of the projects. So that's a total of 50 whitelist opportunities today. So make sure you watch the video the whole way through. There'll be details on how to claim these whitelist opportunities or how to enter these whitelist opportunities. Just before we begin, I am not a financial advisor. I am just a dude with a YouTube channel. So I try my best to bring you guys interesting projects and do my research on them. But I encourage you also, before you invest into any project, to do your own research and remember that the NFT market is incredibly volatile. All right, let's get into it. So the first project on our list is a project called Gator Squad. They are launching very soon on the 7th of March, and they have 2,222 Gators that they are launching. They are going to be selling for 1 Solana. It seems to be the price of many of these projects these days, about the 1 Solana mark. Okay, so remember when you were a kid and you were going to the arcade, potentially with your parents, and you would play the video games and you would earn yourself tickets? Then you could exchange those tickets for prizes. You know, you might have got like a BB gun or a squishy toy or something like that. That's the vibe that this project is giving off to me, at least in the beginning. But there's actually so much more that is happening here. So I reached out to the team, the Gator Squad team, and I spoke with the founders, Mark and Ayush. Great guys. They both have a background in computer science. Ayush is actually a front-end developer and coded the website that we are looking at now. They've also both worked and contributed to the MakerDAO on Ethereum, and Mark has a background in cybersecurity. So they're very well-versed engineers, and I had a lot of confidence when I started speaking to these guys about the project. Smart guys, very switched on. In addition to them, they have 2 more developers that are working, 4 mods that are helping with the community, and 2 artists that have put together this Gator artwork, which I think is incredibly good, like much better than what we see usually on the Solana blockchain. The project has a few parts. Firstly, there is the Gator PFP. So this is the alligator style artwork that I was just talking about. In my opinion, it is super high quality, like much better than what we see in Solana usually, this 3D rendered art. But it's not just the artwork that we're going to be exploring today. Owning a Gator PFP, also gives you access to play the arcade. So this is the thing that I was talking about initially. They've been building this thing out in Unreal Engine 5. And the idea is when you own a Gator, you'll be able to play these arcade games. So the guys are starting with 3 basic arcade games. They're basically parodies of Donkey Kong, Space Invaders, and Pac-Man. And they say that this is going to be live before you guys are able to mint the NFT. So you'll be able to play these games as soon as you have the NFT. And then by playing these games, you're going to be earning tickets. So remember, like I said before, you know, it's that nostalgic arcade thing where you play the games and you earn the tickets. Tickets is actually their native token that they will be using across their entire metaverse ecosystem that they're building out. So as I said, their goal is not to only just build the game, they also want to build out a metaverse, and they want to allow third-party game developers to come in and build games for them and, you know, use their native tokens as well. Another interesting feature that they have is you can rent out your Gator. So think of Axie Infinity. If you guys have heard of that, it's a very popular play to earn game. You can rent out your Axies. There's a similar kind of vibe happening here where if you own a Gator NFT, you could rent it out to someone else that doesn't have a Gator NFT in exchange for some Solana. So you could earn some money on that. And that person could play and earn tickets. Tickets are going to be used for many different things in the Gator metaverse. So there's going to be one-of-one legendary auctions that are coming up. So you're going to be able to exchange your tickets for a new NFT. You're also going to be able to use it for cosmetic things like clothing and dances for your avatar. And then, as I said, they're actually building out not just the arcade metaverse, but they have plans to continue to build out a whole bigger metaverse, and you'll be able to use your tickets for things in that metaverse. So this is a good segue into the other parts of the metaverse that they have been exploring. So in addition to the arcade, there's another space that they are calling the Everglades. This has also been built in Unreal Engine 5, and the preview is looking pretty sick. So think of the Everglades as like your house. So you have the arcade, which is going to fulfill the gaming component of this metaverse, but you also need a place to just chill out and live and invite friends to, showcase your NFTs. So think of like a portals. This is very similar to that. You're going to be able to buy things for your house, cosmetic items. You're going to be able to showcase your NFTs, and this is the housing component of their metaverse. Overall, these guys have a very ambitious plan. They've got the arcade, they've got the housing component. They're also talking about a shopping component, which is still under development, and tickets are going to be the backbone of this entire thing. So definitely one to watch if you are into arcade games, if you're into vintage arcade games, and if you're into metaverse plays, this could be the one for you. As I mentioned, the team has very kindly, Mark and Ayush have very kindly offered the HeadSource family 25 whitelist opportunities. So I will be hosting the giveaway on my Twitter. And all you need to do is go over to my Twitter. It's HeadSource with an underscore, and there will be all the details in there. We're going to draw this and probably let it run for about 24 hours. The winners will be chosen. I will DM everybody and you will get a whitelist opportunity. The launch date of this project is on March 7th. So coming up, there's going to be 2,222 Gators for a price of 1 Solana. The next project on our list is also an old school favorite of mine. It is sitting also in the play to earn sphere. There has been a lot of speaking and a lot of hype around the play to earn sphere, but this one is based on an ever popular game. I'm sure many of you have heard of Monopoly and played Monopoly. Well, this is Solana's version of Monopoly called Solapoly. So this is a 10K NFT collection. The price has not been confirmed yet. It's about 1 to 3 Solana, and the mint date is TBC. Here's a fun fact about me. I actually love Monopoly. It's one of my favorite games to play, but I'm a terrible loser when it comes to Monopoly. So when I was younger and I used to play with my family, if I got into a place where I was losing, I would just literally flip the board over and storm out. Complete like asshole to play with. So my sisters refused to play with me anymore. So I had to get my Monopoly fix somewhere. I used to actually go online and play competitive Monopoly against other people online. How incredibly lame am I? I can't believe that I'm admitting that. But that's why this project hit so hard for me when I saw it come up. It combines two of my absolute loves. That is playing online Monopoly. Can't believe I'm even saying that. And Solana NFTs. Like, that is a perfect match for me. So if these guys can pull this off and avoid a lawsuit from the creators of Monopoly, Hasbro, then I have a lot of confidence in this project doing well, because Monopoly is a tried and true game. This is something that has been around since 1935 and is still relevant today in 2022. It's across the world. It goes across all different countries and geos. There's no boundaries with it. Everybody gets it. Everybody likes it. So I think it's a very clever play for them to leverage a game that is already working. So the actual NFT component are based around 2,000 randomly generated cities that you're going to be able to mint when you buy this NFT. So these are just cities around the world. And when I was reading the white paper, they actually have 3 different white papers. So if you're interested, there's a lot of reading there. The cities are just basically replacing streets in classic Monopoly. So in classic Monopoly, you buy the streets, you can put houses and hotels. Instead of that, now we have cities. So my understanding of the NFTs is when you own one of these cities, so if you purchase one of these NFTs and then you go to play online, this competitive Solapoly game, it's like you already bought this city in the game and you'll automatically be able to start collecting rent on it. So apart from the fact that I'm excited about Monopoly and having a Solana version of Monopoly, looking through the website and the trailer that these guys launched, this site is beautiful and the artwork is incredibly stunning. Like looking at these cards that they've designed for these cities, Paris, one in China and New York. Like I love the illustration. I love the attention to detail. Every single element that is designed on this page is super high quality. And they have a really interesting trailer, which also shows exactly how the game is going to be played, which is very cool. So there's a lot of work that has gone into this project. This team as well is doxed. I didn't get to speak to these guys, but I had a look at their resumes. They've got about 9 members in the team. It seems like they're based in Turkey. The 2 founders, Mohammed, he has a software background, and Ahmed, he has a background in SEO. But like I said, they have a few other roles here. You know, they've got a tech lead, some designers, some marketing managers, sales consultants. And, you know, the founders have been working on this project, according to their LinkedIn, for the last 8 months. So it does actually show when you look at the collateral because it's very, very high quality. So overall, a really interesting project. You can tell how hyped I am about the Solapoly project. The roadmap says that the first game launch is going to be in Q2 2022, which is very soon. As I said, there's 10K of these Solapoly NFTs. They're saying they're going to go for a price of 1 to 3 Solana, and the launch date is supposed to be in March. There's no confirmed launch date as far as I can see, but apparently we're looking at mid to late March. So stay tuned for that one. And the last project on our list is an old favorite. It is the Dapper Ape High Society. So we featured these guys in the previous video from last month where we were talking about upcoming drops. At that point in time, they were launching their first round, so their 500 Genesis Apes. That went really, really well. They completely sold out in a matter of minutes. The entry price was 0.75 Solana, and they have skyrocketed. They got to like 3.5 Solana, and now they're sitting around that high 2s to 3 Solana. So a pretty good return on your investment there already. But now they are launching the Gen 2 apes. So the Gen 1 was the alpha, the Gen 2 is the common. There's 4,500 of these apes. They're launching on March 19th, and they are going to be 1 Solana each. So I previously spoke with both the founders. I really like these guys. They offered us 10 whitelist opportunities. And, you know, you guys loved that. You know, many of the people that got the whitelist reached out to me and said how thankful they were. So what we've arranged is a second round of whitelist opportunities for this upcoming project. But this time there is going to be 25 whitelist opportunities. So because we are also doing the Gator giveaway, the Dapper Ape High Society is launching later in March. So once that Gator giveaway finishes on my Twitter, after about 24 hours, we are going to put the giveaway up for the Dapper Ape High Society. So it's going to be exactly the same as last time. Head over to the Twitter, follow the account, and you will see all the details on how to enter. And we are giving away 25 whitelist opportunities. So 50 whitelist opportunities today, giving back to the community. Both the projects have been very generous. Now, let's actually get on to what has been happening with the Dapper Ape High Society. So since we spoke last time, the guys have actually been very busy. It's only been a couple weeks, but they've had their first hackathon, which resulted in them giving cash prizes to a couple of the Dapper Ape members. They've launched an augmented reality system, which is insane. And you can actually take your ape, if you're a holder, and project it in augmented reality, so around your house, which works amazing even on your mobile phone. And of course, as I said, they launched their Gen 1 apes, which has been very, very, very successful. So 500 of those were alpha apes. Basically, it means they came with clothing, and the team has told me that now those apes are going to be able to be staked very, very soon and start owning tokens. So the tokens, you're going to be able to use them to buy additional clothing, accessories, and potentially even use them to mint the next generation apes that are launching on the 19th. So anybody that's an OG holder, there's going to be some super huge advantages for you there. So, you know, if you want to get in before the 19th, it's probably a good time to pick up a Genesis ape. But this launch is for Gen 2. So the Gen 2 apes are the common apes. And there's this leveling system where you need to add accessories to the apes to upgrade them. So the way that this works is the accessories are going to be purchasable by buying like a pack. So the way that it was explained to me is almost like buying a pack of baseball cards. You may get 3 or 4 items in that pack, and they'll all be different types of clothing. Now, each one of those items is an NFT in its own right. So you have the ability to combine that with your ape to level it up and make a new ape, or you can sell them. So these things will be able to be sold on the secondary market, just like any other NFT. But overall, this is a very fun project, a super solid team that already has been delivering out on their roadmap. So if you are interested in the Gen 2 Dapper Ape High Society, check out my Twitter in about 24 hours or so. There's going to be 25 whitelist spots available for you guys. And the mint date is going to be on the 19th of March. It is going to be 4,500 of these apes for 1 Solana. And that's it, my friends. Hopefully you liked this video. Hopefully we can get back to the original studio. I hope the sound wasn't too bad. Make sure to jump into those whitelist opportunities if you're interested in any of these projects. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.